Thanks for staying with us. We're still reviewing Punch. You have a story?
Yeah, so I have the story of NIN linkage and the fact that telcos within Nigeria are going at the final stage of disconnecting subscribers whose NIN number hasn't been linked with their telephone numbers. This disconnection was supposed to take place around April 15th officially, but the NCC, that's the Nigerian Communications Commission, postponed it till July 31st. They said after careful consideration, it's been moved to July 31st. And now subscribers that have not connected their numbers are now being disconnected. The deadline is 31st of July. If you do not connect your number by then your number will be disconnected.
Tomorrow.
That's tomorrow.
I was already disconnected.
Yeah, I was going to say, some people are already saying it. But some users said that they've had issues with some, particularly, I shouldn't, but the yellow company.
Well, it's in the papers.
Yes, it's in the papers, according to, thank you, my dear. Punch carried it that MTN has blocked 100 of numbers from their network, and many of them have complained about losing services. They also said some have tried to reconnect. They've linked 2 years ago, linked it again, and they are still getting disconnected. And they are, the complaint is, how do Nigerians get redress from this, especially if you have proof that you have linked once or twice and yet you still get disconnected?
I have been getting messages, in fairness. I just ignore them. For the past 1 or 2 weeks, I've been getting messages. Because I already linked. It doesn't really matter to me. But now I got disconnected. I have to now go to the office today to go and find out what happened.
A lot of wahala.
It's a lot of wahala. Major headlines. So the United States, United Kingdom, Canada have all raised the alarm over the likelihood of violence during the hashtag bad governance protest in Nigeria. So they've asked their nationals in the country to avoid getting caught in the confrontation that might occur between security agencies and protesters. Also, advisories have come from various markets across the nation, Abuja, Sokoto, Kano, Katsina, Ogun, Zamfara, Gombe, and so many other parts, say that they need security around the market areas to prevent those who are hijacking the protests to cause violence within their areas. So quite a number of, also in addition, quite a number of police officers have been withdrawn from non-essential services to be available for security across the nation. The CSP Okon Moses directed that the withdrawal of riot policemen ahead of the protest. It's also had people who had assigned to various personalities have actually had their police officers withdrawn to ensure that there's enough security personnel around the country to protect lives and properties. Okay, moving on quickly now to Daily Sun, our next paper. Nationwide protests fallout, senators, reps, politicians desert Abuja and travel abroad. Nnamdi Kanu's release will reduce tension, Southeast monarchs tell Tinubu. FG cites 60 billion naira solar PV module assembling plant in Enugu. NDLA arrests Spain-based businessman with cocaine consignment concealed in sandals in Lagos State. 9 mobile constitute board, Etu Danjuma, Edun, others join. And Nwayawu Ohaneze summons emergency NEC meeting. Okay, which story?
NDLEA has arrested a 50-year-old Spain-based businessman, Francis Akagiobi. He was leaving for Spain and he was intercepted. They said that they found that he had cocaine, 2 parcels of cocaine weighing 1.20 kilograms in the sandals that he was wearing. I mean, would they not pass that level of putting it in the sandals that you're wearing? Yeah. Or guy, you knew. Anyways, thankfully, NDLEA has arrested him. He claimed that he had received the consignment at a bar in Port Harcourt and that he was supposed to deliver it to a friend and neighbor in Spain for a fee of 5,000 euros. The moment he would have if he had successfully given it to that person, he would have received 5,000 euros. Of course, NDLEA is on his job. They arrested a kingpin of a syndicate who their own job is to smuggle, loud into Nigeria in small quantities and also outside the country. So, well done, NDLEA.
Okay.
So the people of Enugu will be hosting or accommodating the 60 billion naira solar photovoltaic. There's voltaic module assembling plant. This is an alternative energy providing solution. And speaking during the foundation laying ceremony was the Minister for Innovation, Science and Technology, Chief Uche Naji, where he said this, of course, this project shows the good intention of President Bola Tinubu for the Southeast. He also used the opportunity to remind them that the Southeast Development Commission was signed into law. And he says, this means that in billions, if not trillions, we'll be getting development and developmental projects and monies into the Southeast. And he used the opportunity to advise that they should desist from any protest. He says, our people should not join. Indigbo, don't engage in protest, because anytime we waste in protest, that is money to us, and that would have entered our hands. And he's using the opportunity to just, appeal to them to stay off.
So according to Daily Sun, some of our senators, members of House of Reps, are traveling out of the country ahead of the protest that is coming up August 1st. According to a lawmaker, he said that the governors, the president are all protected. Many of them have multiple security operatives to protect them, but they as lawmakers don't have that, and they have to find a way to protect themselves. So many of them have bought tickets, and they said, hey, they're not going to the UK and they're not going to America, so don't look for them there. They're looking for other countries that... so they're going to other countries that is not, very likely, and many of them have actually bought their tickets already. They are actually supposed to adjourn. They asked for a closer adjournment so that they can leave on time and take their families. Some of them have gone under the guise of, my children are going for summer holidays or medical checkups, but they know that they are not properly secure, because according to them, they're also remembering what happened in Kenya, that many of the protesters took siege on the
so our
parliament.
Our National Assembly and other houses are on their recess. Even the judiciary is on the judiciary.
Yes.
But you know how this...
They would... thank you for pointing it out, because
So
there
this
was
something that
regular recess, and this is a season of holiday. But let me just take the story of the Southeast, because the Council of Southeastern Traditional Rulers have appealed to the federal government to release Nnamdi Kanu. They expressed optimism that his freedom would douse the tension within the area. They said they are joining their voices with the 5 governors of the Southeast who called for his release, as well as all the lawmakers of the Southeast who have also called for his release, saying that there are some people that are diehard fans of Nnamdi Kanu, and that because he hasn't been released is the reason that there's a lot of tension within that geopolitical zone. They also mentioned that, of course, they expect that there would be some form of agreement, that measures and deals to be made to ensure that after he's released, nothing happens. But they, as the Council of Igwes within the Southeast, feel that it will bring down the tension and promote peace within the area. And they also mentioned that many people feel pain for the fact that he's been locked up for so long. They are appealing to the president to look into pardoning him and create new measures to protect the region.
Okay, moving on, another story. The Point, let's find a story that harrowing tales of homeless woman with disabilities sexually abused by several men. Panic grips Imo Imo residents over reported prowling of organ harvesters. President Tinubu should resign as Minister of Petroleum, says Olisa Agbakoba, and bank stability at risk, experts warn. Okay, which story?
Okay, so I have this harrowing tales of the homeless woman with disabilities sexually abused. Her name is Abba Ahmed. She was born deaf with some intellectual disability as well, and so she cannot remember or recollect anything. She lives in Osun State, and The Point, thank you for taking this story in Osun State. She's been severally raped by random men. She cannot identify any of them. She's been pregnant 5 times, has 4 kids. She's now HIV positive, and she's constantly taking advantage of. Only one man of all the men married her to house her, but he died 2 years ago, and so she's back to the same experiences where she's been kicked out by her family members, not cared for, left hungry, and so left at the mercy of men who take advantage of her. I want to appeal to the First Lady of Osun State. I want to appeal to your kind office, because the chairperson of the Deaf Women Association, Mrs. Omolara Oyebode, is the one giving this account to The Point on her experiences, her entire life, and how they've struggled to care for her, and how they are now burdened. They've also had to raise money within that association to pay for her hospital bills. I appeal to you, kindly please take, this person.
Yeah.
She's a resident of Oshogbo.
Okay, one story that caught my attention in The Point is many residents in Owerri, the capital city of Imo State, and environs have been thrown into a huge worry because organ harvesters are there kidnapping and terrifying the entire community. Residents claim that the organ harvesters have taken over the city and call on the state government to strengthen security in the state to curb illegal businesses. And the government has also warned them to be careful the kind of transportation they're entering, because actually they use public transportation buses to abduct some of these young people, take them, kill them, remove their organs and sell. And it's actually a major business now, according to this report. So organ harvesters are now in Owerri. They have started their illegal trade of abducting people, taking them to their hideouts and killing them. They will kill them and harvest their organs. People come to these hideouts to buy human parts. I have stopped visiting pepper soup joints because there is no one to trust now. One might be eating human flesh in the name of goat meat pepper soup, all sorts of things. So there are some organ harvesting, there are some that
We'll look for ways to dispose
just
the body.
horrible, horrific. This is we the people. Okay, our final paper, Vanguard. Let's see how much time we have. Hardship, police protest, organizers dig in. Abuja politicians behind banditry and killings in Benue, says Governor Alia. Shortage, fuel prices rise 21% to 850 naira per litre as marketers shut stations. Gay marriage approval, Anglicans threaten to break away from Church of England.
Yes, I have that story. So the Church of Nigeria, Anglican Church, has threatened to break away from the Church of England after the General Synod voted to approve same-sex marriage within the church. The Nigerian church is actually the biggest, the largest communion that has condemned the decision and the violation of its biblical teachings, and has announced that it's no longer recognizing the authority. It would no longer recognize the authority of the Church of England if it proceeds with the move. They also mentioned that there was a 95% vote. No, 95% voted for, 95 votes for, 91% against, and the House of, just a breakdown of all the votes according to how it went. But they've said that this is where they stand, because where they are positioned, and many Nigerians have been clamoring to find out what they would say. So this, I'm sure, would bring peace to the hearts of Nigerian Anglicans.
That's all we can take on Front Page Review this morning. Let's go on a short break. When we come back, we continue with the show. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.